You could die. At least tell me your name.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the diaries. This is one of those times where I had far too much month left at the end of the money, and so I had to make some finagling to take care of my finances for the upcoming month. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I hate when I do that, because miscalculating your funds is a horrible thing to do to yourself. And yeah. So I've got that all taken care of and squared away, and you know, it's one of those things that we all face at some point in time. We'll be figuring, oh, I've got this, I've got that, to take care of these, and then all of a sudden one pops up and goes, hey, do you remember me? And I go, no, I don't remember you. Who are you? You strange Bill, you. And then I have to take care of it. So yeah, that was one of those things, and I defy anybody to tell me that they have not ever been in that situation before. Well, that out of the way. Last night, today is the 4th of August. Last night, we had a monsoon, the type that legends are made of. We had 2 inches of rainfall in the course of about an hour and maybe 10 minutes. It was insane. Just a few blocks away from Darkslade Manor, on the main road out there, they had, 4 blocks of the main road closed because of flash flooding. And on top of that, they had a couple of power lines go down, one landing on a house. I mean, it was a bad storm. And if you've never seen an Arizona monsoon, let me give you an example of what it is. It's just like that. Everything's fine. The world goes to hell in a handbasket for about an hour and 10 minutes, apparently. And then everything's fine again. So, needless to say, but I'll say it anyway, the Adventureland porch, it was a minor victim. It was a victim, but a minor victim. Because keep in mind that the Adventureland porch is all enclosed, but we still get enough going through there to move things around and knock things over and pull things out. On the good side, nothing got blown away, but a lot of crud from outside came flying in, so it means cleaning out the fountain. And well, I'll show you. It's not bad, but it's still, I feel violated. I feel violated by nature. That could go the wrong way if you just now tuned in. But in any case, so this episode, what do we got going on? Well, a couple of days ago, we had 2 film shoots for Knights of the Lost Realm. They both went exceedingly well. I'm pretty happy with where this whole project is going at this point. I think my actors have really, they're really getting involved with their characters, and they're bringing them to life really, really quick and early into the film. We have our next film shoot in about 2.5 weeks, and we're going to get as much as we can. The thing is, they're outdoor shoots, and did I tell you about the monsoon we just had? Yeah, well, we're hoping that doesn't happen when we shoot. So that's what's coming up, and some of the shoot, matter of fact, I have actually edited a couple of the scenes from our first 2 shoots, so I'll throw a little bit of that on there so you can see where we're going there. Also, hey, guess what? Work on Adventureland porch. Why did that happen? You know, the other day we had a big storm. Yeah, okay, so we got that going on. And a couple of other little things. Nothing major going on in this particular episode. Not like the last episode, which was, fun, excitement in your face the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Still waiting for one of those. Well, the Disneyland trip was kind of like that. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Now then. I never did understand that. How can it be both? Now, then, whatever. Without any further ado, let's get going! Alright, we're coming out to the Adventureland porch. Not too bad. Quite in the fountain, a lot of water got blown out too. Oh, that's on the ground. It looks like we got whoa. Wow. Well, for the most part, we got away pretty unscathed. Bet you the fountains are full. Well, this one is. Big one isn't. Yeah, a lot of crud from the trees came down. But nothing it can't be straightened back up again. This is still here. I really need to find a home for this, because I don't think I'm going to be using it in the new film, the Tiki Crossbow, Tiki Crossbow, Pachuca. Oh, yeah. I think she'll live to see another day. The other day, I looked out at the Adventureland porch, and there was a carpenter bee, big old black bee about this big, just smacking into the window, over and over and over and over and over and over. And, well, he was smacking into everything, really. He didn't start smacking into the window until he saw me there, and I'm just like pretending like, oh, hey, bee. Then he started and to the point that he beat his poor little head in and he fell down dead right there by the door. Strange things, carpenter bees. Alright, so it's Saturday, and I have a 2-day weekend, which I never have. And my daughter is visiting me. She's not on screen because she's gross. And I said that, and she's going to walk behind me. Anyway. So this is what's going on. I'm going to make Chinese food, and we're going to play a Japanese game. We've got like the whole Asian theater covered here today.
What game are we going to play?
The one we were just playing.
Oh, you want to play again?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a silly question. That was a silly question. But that's what's going on Saturday. Now, I had some other things I was going to do on Saturday, but I just didn't feel like doing them.
I ruined all the plans.
That's right. Or I'll just do it later tonight. So I have a big-ass box in my apartment for 1 more week. And then it'll be out of here.
Then you got to build it.
And I have to build it. But I don't have to build the box. It's already built. I have to open the box and take the things out from inside and build it. And that's going to be put on the video also. That should be more excitement than you can handle in one swelled poop. So now I'm going to go make some chicken fried rice, because I make pretty good chicken fried rice. And then we are going to sit down for some food things while we play the game. The game's called Top Shop. And I'm thinking most of you probably have never heard of it before. It's a board game. It's an old PS1 board game. And we're playing it on my PS2. And it looks like this. And it's really a lot of fun. And there's no blood. Although we did want to kill a couple of the characters in this. But no, it's a fun game. If you find it, if you see it anywhere, check it out. It'll run on the PS2 apparently, because it runs on my PS2. I put it on my PS4, but that's just too many. So we won't do that. For those of you who haven't quite figured this out yet, or for those of you who don't care, or for those of you who have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, the new film, Knights of the Lost Realm, of course, is a sequel to Knights of the Secret Kingdom. And to those of you who have followed Kid Stuff Films, you probably know some of our older films. Well, the thing that I never let out, and only, I mean, we have not had massive sales of Knights of the Secret Kingdom, but for those who got it, discovered at the end of that film, that Knights of the Secret Kingdom is the sequel to Alex and the Curse of Creep. So consequently, it's part 3 in the Forgotten Tales series. The project we're working on right now is part 4. That's right. It all ties together. But you don't realize it ties together in Knights of the Secret Kingdom until you get to the end of the film. You may catch on a few things if you're watching it. But at the end of the film, after the credits run, then we find out just how much it's tied in. In any case, one of the props is Hrothgar's pistol. Now, if you have watched the original films, you know Hrothgar had this big black pistol. Well, the big black pistol, I still have it, but it's not suitable for this story. Because in this story, he has to have a pistol that's a little bit different. In the aspect that, oh, as a matter of fact, if you look behind me, oh, this hand, just behind me over here, you'll see Coffin Nail, which was the blunderbuss from the first 2 Alex movies. Or from the first, I have to change it from Alex films to Forgotten Tales. But in any case, Hrothgar's handgun has changed, and I can't get into detail why it's a different gun and why it's special, but it is a key aspect of the film. Now, the pistol he's going to be using is, specially selected by him, is a 1911 Colt Navy 6. It's a muzzleloader gun. It doesn't mean you load it through the muzzle, it means you load it through the front of the chambers. And we need something to introduce that weapon into the film. Now, as far as the pistol is concerned, I already have that. Here it is. This is a 1911 Colt Navy 6. It belongs to me, and it is the weapon that Hrothgar is going to use. So, what we need for this bad boy is the way it's going to be introduced into the film. And it's going to come in by way of a that's between via and by the way of. Anyway, it's going to be introduced inside of a special case that he's going to be given by another character. And I'm not going to tell you who that is either! Ha ha! So, what we need to do is we need to make the case. We have the pistol. We need the case. So, let's get to that, shall we? Back on the road. Now, for this film, this pistol has to be snuck in to the tails. And I can't explain why. You'll have to find out later. So they're going to sneak it in a book. Isn't that clever? Another book. This movie is full of books. This book is a big empty case, and the pistol sits right inside there. But what we're going to do, what I want to do, I want to make the inside a little more plush. You know, it's all for looks and everything. So when Hrothgar gets his pistol and he opens a book, it'll be like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. And then it pull it out. Well, it won't make that much noise, but still. So what we're going to do is we're going to plush the inside of this box a little bit, and I think red for the color of the bottom is what will do it. And the bent finger of truth says that's the one that we will use. So let's get to it. Alright then, I got the material. This is red thing. It's actually kind of burgundy. But this is going to be the inside of our case. This is not going to be a brain surgery type of thing that I put together. This is going to be pretty simple, really. Alright, So this should fit in here, which it does. So I'm going to take this material and I'm going to glue it onto here.
I posted pictures online.
I've been very excited about it.
It's awesome. It's so awesome. I love that store.
Did you smell it? So she had her hand
And after I glue this in, I put it in, and it'll be in, and it'll look in, and it'll be in. Alright, well, we're getting it started here. Nothing like hot glue on the fingers. Yes, sirree. Hot glue on the fingers will let you know you're alive and in pain. Alright. Now I gotta kind of fold this over a little bit. We don't really care. Boy, this glue gun has got some issues. Holy smoke. Alright, let's see if it fits in here properly. I can get the glue out of it. And there we go. Nice, smooshy. Okay, so I have added some extra cushioning to this, and here it is. Looks pretty good. I think it'll be fine for the shoot. Little double entendre there. Okay, well the time has come to get this big ass box out of my apartment. Now, we just took a bunch of little ass boxes up to the apartment that my daughter is living in. She's standing here right now, shaking her head at me. We already took those up there. They weighed about a third as much as this, and we almost died. 911 was called by some guy who was swearing on a balcony. So, we have decided we're going to open this box up, take the parts out, and then take them over to her apartment, which is very close to Darkslade Manor, but not as pretty, because they have a pretty porch. So that's what we're going to do right now, and I have the tools and the talent to take care of this. Okay, I may look a little spent, but that's because I am. That flight of stairs was biatch, and what we did is we took all the bed parts out of the box and brought them up individually. Because after carrying up the little boxes that weigh, these little boxes over here you can't see, which weigh like 57 pounds apiece, and almost dying, we figured 110 pounds would probably finish the job. So we're up here now. You notice that the light's a little weird because I have one of my studio lights, but they had an accent wall down, and look, it's a green screen. How cool is that? See that? My future granddaughters are going to be living in a room with a big green screen. They're getting ready for filmmaking already. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to get started on it right now. So the most amazing thing happened. I went back to my apartment to get the radio because the baseball game's on. And I walked in my front door, and believe it or not, the big box was still there. So I was hoping you'd kind of, you know, that the big ass box elves would have cut it up and taken it out to the garbage, but they didn't, so. Okay. There it is. Shut up, witch. I said witch. There it is. That's what was in the big ass box. A big ass bed. It's pretty big. It's sturdy. It's silver. And it takes up 90% of the room. But it looks good.
The only question I have is on their old bunk bed, their heads are at this end because of the ladder. Do you think they'll mind sleeping with their heads not against the wall?
I don't think they'll care. And if they want to sleep with their heads against the ladder, that's up to them. It's not like this is changeable.
No, I know. I'm just saying, well, I can put it on this wall. That's what I mean.
Oh,
so.
I get you. Yeah, no deal.
Okay.
If you hear in the morning, that's one of them sitting up in the ladder.
Yeah, that's true.
Here is a sneak peek of the upcoming film, Knights of the Lost Realm. This is a sneak preview, as it were, of the tavern scene. It's an exclusive for Darkslade Diary. Watch. What have you told him?
He's told me about your adventures, fighting monsters, sorcerers, and saving different kingdoms and all that.
You don't have to go into detail.
No. Please, go into detail.
We don't have time for this. There are more important matters to discuss.
Grandpa, is there something you're not telling me? By being silent, you're just confirming that you're not telling me something.
Should I not have said anything?
No, your father should not have said anything.
It was my choice to share my past with my son.
And in doing so, you are forcing me to share mine with my grandson.
As you should have a long time ago, and you know that.
I suppose.
Now I don't want to know.
It's nothing bad, Devin. Honest.
Then why is it a secret?
Just spit it out already. We don't have time for this distrust.
Do you remember those stories I used to tell you when you were little? About the boy who wound up in a hidden world inside of a book?
Yeah, I remember. Alex and Eric and Mutt were all kidnapped by Lord Creep. And Alex was pulled into a book.
Book like that?
You mean those stories were true?
He catches on fast.
He's been through a lot recently. Do you remember the adventurer and the elf?
Yeah, Rothgar and Vandor.
I always heard it as Vandor and Rothgar.
Suppose it depends on who tells the story.
Grandpa, what are you trying to tell me?
Well, meet Vandor.
Vandor from the book?
That is correct. And you already know Rothgar.
You are Rothgar?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me?
Would you have believed me?
Yeah, after what happened in Andalon, I probably would have believed you. Why didn't you tell me then?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to. Well, I think that's going to just about do it for this episode. I hope you found it, I hope you found it. I didn't think it was missing, but you never can tell. Next week, we're going to get into other things because other people will already be moved in. Eventually, family's going to move into that apartment that I was working on, or that we were working on. And then the diaries might have more people involved. But next week, I think we're going to get back out on the porch. I may take you out to the new Junior League, which is starting, and we'll see how that works out. And then numerous other things, especially with the new film. So that's what will be happening next time. In the meantime, there we are. You guys have yourselves a great week. End of line.